of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle. Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Down they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 18 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They go counter with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Zach Cunningham in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
This is Howard on second down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
A 10-play drive that time. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Off the play fake. Love. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his target. That's more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Forced out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Love. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DJ Reader in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, Love. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So some early intrigue here as we've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Back to throw. Love. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Love. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? Give them big credit for that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that during the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You know, you get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Zach Cunningham in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Off play action. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that
Still
left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Operating from the gun. Love. Flushed out right. With the right side here. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal. From the gun. Love. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4. And now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Love. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Red 30.
And they'll run it here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Out to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. Love being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Looking to throw on second down. Love escaping the press. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. A gain of 3, second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down. Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Operating from the gun. Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Love, eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue line!
A give to Howard. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Love dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Love steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 4th down, Love forced out to his left. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. From the gun, Love. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard hit. Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens. Ravens have cut it to within a score. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis adds the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake. Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Love. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. From the gun, Love. And he's going to go down again. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Looking to throw. It fights him off. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Love, flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love, buying time to his left. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on 1st down. Love, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. Love. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take... the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Love flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go! Brad 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Rams on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Love escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
All right, here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for L.A., they improved to 5-0 now on the